shout out to Lexi. She came up with a question about boudoir, women taking boudoir pictures, which means essentially women who invite some dude over to their house, right? Your girlfriend maybe, right? Your mom, your sister. Think about this, okay? Like, wrap your dick around this, skis.
Mm-hmm.
They invite some dude over to their house. They strip down into their panties and bra, or naked, or nude, and they allow this dude, who's for Lexi, it's a friend of hers. They allow this guy to come in their house and take photos of them. And the photos for these women are just, oh, it's just for me. It's just because, you know, I'm an independent woman and I just want to take pictures of myself so I know that I look good.
Well, usually they try to take them for their men too, right? If they got a man, they're like sending them to him.
No,
I think that's how it starts.
I don't know, Lexi. You can comment.
I'm not sure
if
if
you
that's
want.
where it ends, but that's where it starts.
Well, what's the point of those pictures, right? And do you think the dude taking them? do you think he's the wholesome? She's like, oh, he's just a friend of mine. He's taking these pictures. Like, first of all, why do women feel the need to take?
There's a possibility he might not like women.
He's not gay, bro.
Well, I'm not saying that guy, but like maybe there's somebody that does. There's women that do them too, though.
Do what?
Take
pictures?
the pictures.
Okay, well, Lexi took one with a dude, right?
Okay.
Some dude came over, a friend of hers. He took some sexy photos of her. He also has the photos. He gave them to her, but he also has copies. I'm sure.
Oh,
you don't. Yeah. So, and she doesn't care, right? Her photos are now his possession, and that's just. It's in the wind now. So she wanted us to talk about this. My opinion of this, right? It's like, why would you ever give someone possession of your bedroom photos, essentially? It's like, I understand women have this. I forget sometimes. Women are usually in positions, especially when they're around men, like, they're usually in position, like very compromising positions where dudes are like seeing everything. Like if a woman is having sex with a man, she's usually in this position where you see everything, right? Like nobody's like, no, it's very rare that a man is on all fours in front of a woman. Am I right? Mm-hmm. It's very rare that some dude is ever like bent over, like anything, like all these compromising positions women are in front of men. And this is another reason to not be a whore, by the way, a hoe for the streets, as we say. Okay, this is another great reason to not be that. Is because you're in all these compromising positions, you get very used to and very comfortable, like just being naked in front of like you get used to this idea that, oh, I'm just supposed to be naked in front of everybody, right? And I'm supposed to be, like, it's not abnormal for me to just be bent over in front of a stranger and he's taking photos, nonetheless, right?
Mm. The attention, right?
Right.
The attention.
Right. That's the attention. They definitely want the attention, but it's also that mindset of you've been ran through by I don't know how many dudes. I'm not talking about Lexi or our friend in specific or anybody. I'm just talking about women in general now. Now we're off anybody in specific. We're just talking about women in general. Like you've been ran through so many dudes and you've grown accustomed to this mentality of it's just normal for me to be without clothes and in these weird positions, just open for everybody to see. And I don't care anymore because it's a normal thing, right? It's just normal for me to be naked in front of people. So that's a problem.
I mean, it's a good confidence thing, I guess.
You think that's a confidence thing?
I mean, you have a confidence to do it. I apologize.
Why do you apologize?
Apologize to our fans. I'm going to the gym.
This is not about you, Skis.
I know, but I need to go to the gym. I don't have the confidence to do. I'm going to put it on this part. Like, I don't have the confidence to do something like that. Like, take pictures and like I don't have that in me. But like, I could see like you feel good about your body. Like, it's to a point. I can see where you do it one time to feel good about yourself. Now, if you keep going back and like keep doing it over and over and over and making a thing, and like now you want to turn it into something else. Now it's going farther. Like now, where do you go from there? Like, I don't know.
I know a woman. she's a friend of mine. I have her on Snapchat. She posted up a picture on her Snapchat story once of her. It was supposed to be a picture of her that I'm sure she was sending to some dude or multiple dudes. Who knows? Because women, by the way, you know when they take Snapchat stories sometimes and it's like a sexy Snapchat story? You don't, and I as a man know this because
there's also filters and makeup and everything else.
Right? No, but here's the thing. Yeah, for sure. They use all that. But I know women, and I know this as a man because I've been around women who do it and I've watched them do it, and it's like, if they take a sexy photo, they don't want to just waste that sexy image or that half nude image on one guy. They'll send that damn picture out to like whoever, whatever. Like it might be 3 or 4 guys in their Snapchats.
Pick the best of the 4.
Yeah,
May the best man win.
But, yeah, for sure. But this woman, it popped up in my feed, my Snapchat feed, her in her bathroom with her shirt up, and she took a picture, and her tits were out, right? Mm-hmm. Her breasts. For YouTube. Her bosoms were exposed.
Her bosoms.
And I saw it. I saw it in that little, you get on Snapchat that round circle and it shows kind of the story. Well, her story was just her with her bosom out.
Yeah.
So I didn't click on it because I didn't want her. I knew it was a mistake. I knew she hadn't posted that up there on purpose. I knew she was trying to just send it to someone or a few people, right? Mm-hmm. And sure enough, within 5 minutes, she had deleted it because she went back and found it. I'm sure one of her friends. But I didn't, because you can look on your Snapchat story and see who's viewed your story, right? I didn't want her to think, oh, I saw your little freaking snapshot of your breast, but I saw it. Okay? So, like, women get used to doing stuff like this, right? And it's not like a big issue. And it's a lot of it stems because that's what we men ask for.
Social aspect of it too. Like that's what people are doing. So they want to do the same thing.
Everybody's doing it and we men are asking for it, right? We're always asking for nudes. Aren't dudes asking for nudes all the time? Right? So women who I think, because I think you would find it way more insane. Going back to what I was talking about earlier about how if you're sleeping with a bunch of dudes as a woman, right, and you're used to always just being in these crazy positions, naked, in front of like these almost strangers in a lot of situations, it's like your mind somehow gets programmed to think this is okay, and it's not. I'm here to tell you it's not okay.
Well, it makes them feel good. They feel idolized, right?
Okay, well, go and try to do that to like an Amish woman, right? Like, how weird would it be? Like, if you were to go onto an Amish farm and you're just a dude, right? You're in your normal life in the world, you're accepted as like this guy. I just take pictures of women naked or half naked in their homes, right? It's normal. It's Kim K. Oh, it's fabulous. I'm taking these beautiful pictures of these women, these sensual photos. I'm doing all this bull crap, right? Now you take that guy where in one situation it's just completely normal. Everybody's like, yeah, take the pictures. I go to the beach with my bikini on. Who cares if this dude sees me like this in my house, right? Now you take that dude, he's accepted here. You put him on an Amish farm where they dress to the nines, or you send him to some Muslim country and you say, now you go into some of these houses and you try to take boudoir pictures of these women and see what happens. Not only, first of all, will the women look at you like you were
accepted
insane.
On the other side. That's why it's accepted.
Right. But not only would the women over there look at you like you were insane, or the men, I should say, look at you like you were insane, the women would also say, what the hell are you talking about? You know why? It's because those women are not often put into these crazy compromising positions with dudes, or they're not always putting themselves into these compromising like positions to where it's now normal for them to just do something like that, right? With someone who's not intimately in a relationship with them, like their husband or their boyfriend. You know, which should be the only few people that see you naked, right? If you're a grown-ass woman. I shouldn't see you naked on YouTube or Instagram or Snapchat. That's why I didn't click on my friend's picture. I knew she wasn't trying to post it as a story. I was respectful. I saw the tits 100%, okay? I'll admit it right here on BTG Squad, okay? I saw them, okay? But I didn't click on it, right? And And then you ask the question, why would she take it down right away? Because this is not something you should be doing, right? This is not something the whole world should be seeing. So it's like, I mean, what's the root of this question is like, do I have a problem with women who take boudoir pictures in their house? I don't give the slightest damn. Okay? That's the answer. Yeah. You couldn't pay me to care less. Okay?
Unless it was like your daughter.
Right.
That'd be a whole nother different story.
Right. And that's my next point. The damage is not to me. Right? If you're taking naked pictures as a woman and you're posting them up everywhere, I don't get any. I mean, I do get probably some spiritual harm from that. Like, it's going to erode away at a man. Men.
It just makes you, to a point, you're going to be like, well, if she's willing to do it, who isn't? Right?
Yeah. It gives you 100%. Yeah. It makes you think, like, even a lot of us dudes, you get one girlfriend and she does all this crazy stuff. Then you get another girlfriend. You're like, what the you don't do it? It's normal. Like, girls just do these things. Like, what the hell are you? What's your issue?
She might not at first. Until she gets more comfortable.
Takes a little time. Yeah, you got to lube them up. No, wait, what?
She's going to lube you up. Yeah.
But anyway.
Getting ripe for the time, man.
Right. My point is, you're not hurting me. More often than not, you're just hurting yourself. And your image, to the people who maybe see the pictures or to the people that know about them, your image is slightly tainted. And it gives you this, you have less of a pure atmosphere about you. What else can I say? You have more of a dirty, I'm just giving it to you honestly from a man's perspective. You're and men, what's something we men like, right? I don't want, if you go to the bar, Skis goes to the bar, and you are sitting at the dance floor, I'm going to give you two scenarios, okay?
So you already don't like this situation.
No, you're not dancing at all, okay? You're just sitting at the bar. There's a dance floor out there. You see a girl out there, and the music comes on, and she goes out there, and she starts twerking and dancing on the floor. She's like bent over on all this stuff, right? And then you see another girl sitting down at the end of the bar watching her and just sipping her drink and like looking around. She's aware of her surroundings. She's being a proper woman, right? We all know what the hell a proper woman is. Which one would you rather go home with that night? Which one would you rather have in your life? Which one of those two women?
You're saying going home or having in your life?
Come on, you're not drunk. You're not drunk. You're sober.
Well, obviously, you're going to talk to the one that's like.
No, which one would you rather have in your life?
The one that's presenting herself better, right?
Yeah. You know why? Because we men are not. We're attracted to the whore when that's all we want. Is when sex is literally all we want. That's when we're attracted to the hoe. That's when we're attracted to the woman who is tainted, like I said. Like, just, you have this atmosphere about you that's like, I don't care. I don't care what dude sees me naked. I don't care what dude sees my half of my, I don't care. Like, we love those women when it comes time to, like,
right time.
Yeah, when it's party time, those are the girls we want usually. And usually it's like when you're drunk. But if you legitimately ever find a woman who, like I said, she might be the one that sits at the bar, she's very proper. Mm-hmm. She's not acting like a hoe. Like, that's in the back of every man's mind. That's what you want your girlfriend to be, your wife to be, the mother of your children.
The thing is, you
never want the hoe for that.
Curiosity there versus, like, you kind of already know what that other woman is.
I know.
By watching her for 5 minutes, you know who she is.
And here's
the other woman, you're like, well, you see her and you're like, I don't know who she is. Like,
she's mysterious.
You got a curiosity now.
Yeah, she's mysterious. Women like mystery in men. Men like a little mystery in women, but we don't like it to the point where I come up and say hi and you just stare at me. Like, you don't like there's also to the far end of the spectrum. Yeah. It's also like women go, there's this whole, yeah, it's like, oh, you won't talk to me.
Walk away,
you pretend like I'm crazy for coming up and saying hi to you. There's also those women. It's like, F you. From the bottom of my nuts, you can get effed, right? Mm-hmm. But a woman who can actually respond to a man and say, how are you? And be polite and at least carry on a conversation to the point where she can figure out if you're a loser or not. Those are the women that all men want, believe it or not, okay? The whore, the hoe, the woman that's taking the boudoir pictures and posting them up everywhere, or the woman, sorry to say it, Lexi, but the woman that just allows some dude, he's a friend of mine, he comes over and takes half nude pictures of me. That's just, I'm sorry. It's just weird to me. I don't know. I don't like it.
See, now if you got a man and you're like, oh, he's just a friend, it's like, no.
Yeah, that brings us to that next question. If your girlfriend was to do some bull crap like this, right? Okay. Put yourself in this position. Let's say your girlfriend invites over one of her quote unquote guy friends. You and I did a little experiment once. Well, I did, kind of without your knowledge, at the bar once where I was trying to figure out. I've had this, I probably shouldn't tell that story. I probably should not tell that story on air. It's harmless. No, I didn't do anything stupid. I just don't want to tell that story right now.
You want to know if you can be friends.
You cannot be friends with a woman. And I've learned this personally over my life. If you're any kind of a decent looking dude, okay, you have any decent features, like if you don't look like a blown out elf, right? You cannot be friends with a woman. Or not only just you being ugly. If you're an alpha male, right? If you're a man that doesn't take like if we were to go to the bar tonight and some dude pushes you, like just shoves you over at the bar, and he's your same size, like he's scrawny, and he tells you just stay there, like I'm getting my drinks. He pushes you, like what do? I'd lay that dude out, okay? And then I go to jail. Whatever happens, okay? But that's an alpha male thing. Like, I'm not just going to let people push me around. Those kind of dudes, they never become friends with you can't. It's impossible. I've figured out. You can't become friends with a woman if you're that guy, right? You have that mentality because you feel like you have respect for yourself as a man, and you know what you're capable of, and you know what should be yours, right? You know what things belong to you. And I'm not saying women are property. I'm not saying any of that nonsense. I'm saying you as a man understand your place in the world, and you know you're an alpha man, right? To a certain extent, you know that the world is your oyster, so to speak. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
But anyway,
fuck oysters.
But anyway, if it's your girlfriend, do you allow your girlfriend to take boudoir pictures unless it's you? Let's say it was you. Let's say you took the pictures.
I mean, if I want to take the picture, I feel like she better let me take the picture.
Right, but what if she says I want to post them on Instagram later?
But
you're taking pictures
for me.
Yeah, it's just weird, right?
I'm doing it because I want it for me, not for you.
100%.
Right?
I think single women.
You want to take a picture of me? What if she wants to take a picture of you? You're like, man, you better delete that.
Well, you better not post that anywhere, because I'm never in those compromising positions where it's just normal for me to be naked around people, right? That's not a manly thing. Okay,
some people don't care, but
no. If you saw Jason Momoa on all fours and a back shot like behind him, like he's in a bikini thong or some like one of those tight things they wear in France. How awkward would that be? As manly as Jason Momoa is.
I know this is a soft subject, but you can look this up later, you can post it. John Cena is filming a movie, and he's wearing a skirt and women's clothes.
Recently?
Mm-hmm. So like a brand new movie coming out that he's in, supposedly.
Yeah, it's Hollywood stuff.
I don't care, man. It's still, like, you got to draw the line somewhere as an actor even, right? Like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, you read the script, like, you want me to dress as a woman during this show? No,
was he dressed? Because, like,
he's wearing a woman's skirt.
Okay, but Tyler Perry dressed up as Medea, right? I don't feel like Tyler Perry ever compromised his manhood by doing that, just because it was like a character he played. So was John Cena. He's also wearing
like a sweater and a cardigan. John Cena's got his like legs showing in a skirt.
But was he doing it like pretending he was like a trans? Like, what was he doing?
I don't know, but I just feel like that's a compromising picture, like you're talking about.
It's true, yeah.
And now the whole world gets to see it.
Yeah, it's weird. I think it's weird. I don't think men should involve themselves in that. you shouldn't be. That's a sketchy.
He's not comfortable. I mean, maybe he is, but he shouldn't be comfortable wearing that.
He shouldn't be comfortable wearing it at all. I would have to know the context of like, was he dressing up to be like funny? And he's like in a movie. He's like a detective.
I just feel like the way things are going in this world right now, it's not.
No, it's not a good direction to go ever. I think to end this, because this is a long ass, 21 minutes. Wow. To end this, yeah, if you're a single woman and you're taking boudoir pictures like this, I don't see the issue with it. Go ahead.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Be a hoe. Right? We have to agree. We all have to agree. Men are going to look at you a certain way if you act a certain way. Something. That's all. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Yeah, you might be wearing something, but we men are going to look at you a certain way. My friend who posted those pictures of her tits, from that day forward, I always had it in my head like, oh, she's just a dirty hoe, man. She's sending pictures to dudes of her tits.
Looking for attention too. She might not even be that way, but she knows they will get the reaction with doing that also.
But I thought she was better of a person than that, you know? And it was very...
People hit rock bottom sometimes, right?
I know. People do it, but it was just disappointing. Like, and I never looked at it the same way. And it was like... You're just like every other dirty, like, how many people did you send that boob picture to?
Say you have a girlfriend and she sends them to you. Are you worried about her sending them to you on your phone? Like, what if you're one place and she's somewhere else and she's sending you pictures?
As long as she's taking the picture, you invite over your dude friend, I'll kill.
But now, in the back of your head, are you worried she's also posting those pictures somewhere else?
Slightly, but it depends on your girl.
Yeah, but
I don't like I don't like it. I don't like the whole sending nudes to each other thing unless I'm right there in front of you. You know, like if I'm in another country or in another state or wherever and you're over here and you're sending me pictures, there's always in the back of every dude's head. You're
did she only send them to me?
Yeah, you're like, how many other dudes did you send this to? Because I've been with women where I was being a hoe in a situation where I was being a hoe and she was being a hoe. Where it's like me, I'm hanging out with a woman that I've done it. Okay, I'm gonna admit it. I'm not a saint. I've hung out with girls who have had boyfriends, right? Or it's girls that are like, they're playing the field hard, and I'm just one of the guys on the carousel, and I know that, and I've been around them when they're interacting because I like knowing what's going on in a woman's head sometimes, and I've asked them questions. Yeah, I've asked them questions. I'm like, how many people? Like, you sent me that picture. Did you send it to anybody else? And she was like, yeah, I sent it to like 3 other dudes. Like, it's a waste. Like, women want people to see them. They're attention hungry. You know. They want people. Like, I can't just take this picture. And they always say that, oh, it's for me. No, I can't just take this. Why'd you put it on Instagram? Because they know I can't just take this picture and I only see it.
Until they but they're hoping they find that guy, right, also that stands out from that. They are, to a point, they're looking for somebody, but they haven't found that person, right? Eventually, they're hoping they're going to find that right person by posting that, right? Like, ooh. To a point, they are.
Yeah, 100%. I think they are.
They can play the field though. That it gives them options. Like, they don't have to do anything. They don't have to put any actual work. They don't have to go out on dates. They don't have to like talk themselves into it. They can post a picture, see who answers, see what they say, talk to them a little bit, feel them out. If they're looking for a boyfriend, and they're gonna pick the better of the 25 guys. Be like, all right, well, this is the guy that I'm the most interested in.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to go on a dating site. They don't have to go on dates if they don't want to. They literally can meet somebody online that quick.
Better be careful.
Does this guy have money? He looks like he now and then. Whoa, what kind of pictures do you have? Do you have a nice car? Can you take care? Like, they say that's not important, but it is, right? Mm-hmm. Like, this guy can take care of himself. He's got money. He can take care of me. He's a good looking dude. They want the whole package.
Yeah.
They're not willing to deal with anything that they don't like.
Oh yeah.
Everything's got to be perfect. Which, like, I mean, is there a perfect thing? No. I've been like, I know I ain't perfect either. I ain't picking up the, like when I was dating or like I wasn't always picking up the best looking women or like picking, like, I know who I am and like what I can get. And like, you got to be willing to like look past some of that stuff. Because if you can't, you'll never meet somebody. You're never going to be with somebody.
Isn't that true, dude? Freaking ridiculous, right?
Nothing's going to be perfect. Eventually, you will find faults.
You will.
Yeah.
And you just have to be careful to these women that are putting pictures out like that to find the right guy.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be careful because guys look at women. There's basically three different versions of a woman in a guy's mind. There's a woman who is a whore. There's a woman who you can use and abuse, and you can get away with having sex with her and all this nonsense. There's a woman who is worth your respect. There's a woman who deserves some attention from you because of the way she carries herself. There's a woman who deserves your financial support because of how she handles herself in life and how she treats you and how she is respectful of your relationship. And then there's women who are just kind of in the middle where it's just like, I don't care about you. You don't care about me. You're probably going to feel
that's out of your league eventually. There's a higher point yet.
Sometimes, yeah. You know what I've learned? When I think I don't ever think a woman is out of my league. I just sometimes don't have the words to talk to them sometimes. You know? Like in my experience in life. You don't think
you could ever meet a woman that you feel that way though? Like she's so this and that and this. Like, like I don't know if I could do it. Like I feel like she even knocks you down a notch a little bit.
That's my girlfriend. I got to throw that in there now. I do have a girlfriend and I love her very much. And that's the woman right now for me. So that's the woman that I have all that attention and focus on. But I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. And yeah, it's just the words. Your words literally stop you from everything or they help you get there. It's literally your words. You know, it's not
how you present yourself, everything.
Yeah, I've never felt like a woman was better than me. I've never felt like I couldn't get any kind of certain woman if I was to go and talk to them. Usually, the only thing that held me back was sometimes the words are there and sometimes they're not.
I'm saying
and that's
there's a woman that's going to make you like stutter when you try to talk to her.
Right. If you're looking at them sometimes and your brain is playing that stupid nature trick on you where it's like, you got to mate with this woman. Like, we got to like this. Oh, she's so beautiful. Your pheromones are going crazy. We got to get this one. Your brain is going a million miles an hour and your words get jumbled and you're like, "Pugh." But when you're talking to a woman who's not that attractive to you, you can find the words more easily because you're like, hey, my brain's not going crazy about this. I'm convincing myself to talk to you right now. like it's not. So it's like, it's weird. It's weird how that works. But it always, for me, has always come down to the words.
Okay, this coming from a different perspective now. Like I've been a man who was married before, right? And like you stay married for so many years, you stay faithful to the person, you don't do anything, like. Now you got to, like being on a different side of it, like now, say 10, 15 years later, you haven't ever tried to do something like that. Now you got to go back out into the field and try to play that game.
Yeah.
Now, obviously how you talked to women before probably isn't the same anymore. And like, you don't know how because you never had to. True. Like you almost like lose it. So that's what I'm saying, like, maybe, like, for your perspective, like, you never seen that, but, like after getting divorced and, like, having to meet new people, like, there's somebody I've dated once after I got divorced, and I felt like that after dating her and, like, talking to her, I was like, in my head, I was like, man, I didn't think, like, I could even, like, get that.
Mm.
Like, I felt like she was too, like, I didn't think, like, it would even happen.
You didn't have the confidence in yourself.
Well, the confidence, but like, it's not just the confidence. Like you think like people are doing like when I met my ex-wife, like people weren't doing like, how do I want to say, online dating and all that shit. And like FaceTiming wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And now like when I went out there, there's people like, I want to FaceTime you and see you. I was like, man, I don't want to do that. Like, it takes you way out of your comfort zone for sure. It's not even the confidence thing. You're just like, you're not comfortable with it. Like, if this is something new and different, I don't like it. Like, you got to see yourself on, even here, like, I got to see, that's why I apologize. Like, I got to get in shape, man. I saw myself on the camera. I don't like it. I don't like how we switched it. We're going to stick with it.
This is reality, baby.
It's the hard truth. Like, I hit with it. Yeah. Now I need to fucking make some changes in my life.
Suck that gut in a little bit.
No, I need to make that gut disappear.
Tell everybody the camera adds 10 pounds, right?
Yeah,
15 or whatever.
I hope it's like 30. It's the camera's fault. I blame the camera. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they see you, like, even then, and I felt like before that, like, I felt like, because I was going to the gym, I was actually feeling confident about myself at that time when I would do it. But then when I had to do it, like, it's just out of the norm. Like, like, that wasn't a thing. It's like a guy going to prison and now he's got to go back out into the real world.
Yeah, dude.
And like, everything's different.
Damn. You know what the unfortunate side of that is?
Yeah.
The unfortunate side of what you're saying is that the only, like, this is kind of similar to, like, public speaking, right? Like, if most people are terrified of going up and speaking in front of a crowd of, like, let's say just 20 people. You go stand in front of the 20 people you don't know, you freeze up, right? So what makes that better is practice, right? So if you were to do it every weekend, eventually you're just going to be like, F this. So the unfortunate side of this is that in order, and women need to understand this, in order for us men to be proficient with our words around women, and if you want us to come to you with the right pickup lines, you want us to have all the right things to say, you want us to have all this experience and knowledge, all these stupid-ass requirements that you give us, in order for us just to come up and talk to you and maybe get your damn Instagram, right? Like, in order for that to happen, you know what we need to do? We need to practice. That means we men need to be whores, right? That means I need to be going up to women every single weekend and trying to pick them up. And like, hey, like, how you doing? I'm going to try this line on you. I'm going to try this conversation piece, right? So it's like, unless you want us males to be more whores, you want us to get all this practice in to where we can pick you up with the confidence that we need. We got to practice it over and over. So I got to talk to you. I got to talk to your friend. I got to talk to this girl next weekend. This girl, like, I got to talk to all these hoes and figure out what works, right? But I got to practice. And you don't want us to practice. You want us. No, I got a boy. You're my boyfriend. We're married. You can't do that. But you better have the right words when you talk to us or my friends. You're hanging out with me and my friends. You better know how to talk to women. You know how dudes learn how to talk to women? They got to go and practice. And when you practice talking to women, usually you end up being a hoe. Like Andrew Tate or anybody else. That's usually the outcome of that. And then when a man truly becomes a hoe, and I know several men hoes, when a man truly becomes a hoe, that's game over for the relationship world. You can kiss the relationship world goodbye, because now I've found the fruit of life, baby. I've found my words. I got my confidence. I can go over and talk to any of these women. And now when I speak to the beautiful ones, I can maintain my composure because I've practiced this many times. I can just talk to you anyway. So you got to the women need to pick a side. You want us to be confident? In order for me to be confident around all these beautiful women, I got to practice. And in order for me to practice, I'm going to have to be a whore.
Well, like I said, the things changed. And like you talk to a girl, you'd be like, hey, I want to you want to go grab supper or something? Like, you thought like that was a way to like go hang out with them and go on a date. And they're like, well, what? Well, you want my Snapchat? It's like, what?
Want your damn Snapchat?
I get like times change. So like, but it's like you getting older. I either got to go talk to older women my age, or like if I want to try to talk to somebody younger, like you got to be like, know what they're doing, right? Like how things work.
Yeah, dude.
It's just, I'm not saying me in general. I'm saying people in general. Like it doesn't, but now like, am I supposed to, like the women at that time, and like when I got divorced, women at my time and my age, when I got divorced, in that aspect, a lot of them are in relationships in that age gap, right? Like, because when I got divorced, I was like in my 30s, right? So a lot of women are with guys in their 30s.
Yeah.
Women,
True.
you either got to go for somebody younger, or you got to go for somebody older, or you got to find another woman in your age that is also now not in a relationship.
Right.
Because the younger women are like, you know, they don't want a serious relationship, or maybe they're trying to find one now. Or the older woman has also already gone through all that, and now she's looking for a good guy. Right? Like she's done all that and she's searching the market. But women in their 30s, they're already either in a relationship. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I definitely I noticed that after, and I'm not saying, like I said, I don't always I wasn't picking up the best women, whatever. I may not know what I'm talking about.
You do.
But that's the way it seemed to me. Like they were either younger or they were older. They were not my age.
That were attracted to you?
No, like meeting women in general. Like if I went online or finding single women, they weren't really. I met a few, but not many of them were in my age group. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but why do you think that is?
Because I think a lot of them have found where they want to be by then. And then by then, I mean, there's that time period, right? There's a gap.
Right.
There's 20s, 30s, 40s. In your 30s, they're having the kids. They're having the life they want. They got the house. They got the husband.
Yeah.
They're doing all that.
I see what you're saying.
So either they got to be younger or older to meet somebody that is also single.
True.
If you want to be in like a relationship.
And younger women are stupid, and they're very hard. Well, younger women they're harder to talk to for an older guy sometimes because they're
different.
Yeah,
it's
they're different. I take back my stupid comment. They're just different. They can be stupid, but anybody
can be stupid.
They're different. Yeah. And older women, it's like from a man's perspective, as far as nature goes, the call of nature, like why the hell would I go after a 50-year-old woman ever?
Well,
unless I'm 70.
I mean, there's
very few. There's some very that's a narrow group of women that you're talking about.
I'm not saying 50s, but like say 40s or upper 30s.
Yeah.
There's
but those older women,
but they've all had kids and they've had husbands.
Yeah,
they've done that.
There's a market for those women. You know what? I have a helpful tip for women, older women. By the way, this is a really helpful tip. Something that pissed me off throughout my entire adolescent years and my 20s even. You women need to quit this nonsense. Okay, when you meet a younger guy. Let's say a 30-year-old woman. She meets a 22-year-old guy, right? Here's a great example. And that guy wants to get your phone number. You're a 30-year-old mom. Maybe you're divorced, whatever. You know what? The guy tries to get your number, and the majority of women, I'm too old for you, sweetie. They throw this stupid line out. This line, bro, pissed me off so much. When you tell a man, I'm too old for you, you wouldn't. Who the hell are you to tell me what I wouldn't and would like? Like, do you know what a man wants? Women have zero clue what men want. Okay? These older 30-year-old women, they're like, oh, my body's this and my body's that. A young man, he wants all the smoke. He wants everything, son. He doesn't care what you look like. Most, these young, that really annoyed me as I was growing up because I would try to get older women when I was younger. And they always have this saying, oh, you're so cute. You're so sweet. But I'm 30. I can't talk to you. You're so young. It's like, you just want to punch the wall. You're like, what the hell? What does that even mean? You should be an adult enough to have this relationship here. You should be able to talk to me. Aren't you mature? Don't you have half a brain? You can't, I don't know. Women want older, they want a dude that's older than them though, right? It's this weird thing in a woman's head maybe. But I think you guys need to correct that because there's a lot of really good young guys who they're like, I would love to date that older woman. Mm-hmm. And you older women, in the process of you finding your 60-year-old Prince Charming that you're looking for, who's looking for a 20-year-old, in the process,
somebody that also can take care of themselves and have money, right? They don't want to be a mom on top of it.
See, that brings it. That brings it.
That's
up.
what I think they think, though. I may not be right.
Oh, you're right. That brings it up. Women want a man to provide, right? And they don't see a young man as a guy who's going to provide for them, right? You're looking for something out of us other than just a relationship.
If they want something longer term.
Yeah, but it pisses me off. Every young boy dreams of that MILF, right?
Yeah, but he wants that. It's going to be short term.
That's okay.
But she wants something longer, right? She knows she's past her prime. She needs to find that guy now.
Yeah, you women don't give men what they want when they want it. Like, you're always about your damn selves. You know, that's my point to this whole thing. Like, you women have, a lot of women have you just refuse to help a man out sometimes, right? All the things a man will do for a woman, and women, you just, my God, if it's always about you, that's the main thing. It's got to be about you. We got to end this. We got to go watch these fights.
Cue the music. We got to watch fights.
Ladies and gentlemen, music has been cued. The skis has
Go
spoken.
to the gym.
Go to the gym. Work out. We're going to be working out. We're going to catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Peace.
Where are the aliens? Maybe they're among us. I don't know.